Hey guys, today I have with me Monopoly Ultimate Banking Game. Now this is very popular and trending game, and today I am going to show you how to play this game. Okay, so hello friends, welcome to our channel Space Design. So make sure you like this video, watch it till the end and comment down for any more suggestions. Subscribe to our channel so as to see more interesting games and toy reviews as well as unboxing. Okay, so let's get started. So this is how the box looks from outside. As you can see, it has a great color theme, okay, which makes it quite interesting. Over here you can see the price for the game is 2500, but luckily I got it for 1850. So if you want to purchase it, check out the link in the description. Okay, and also this game has been made from Hasbro Gaming, which is a popular brand for making amazing games. So let's open the box. Alright, so here we have the guide. As you can see, everything is mentioned quite easily over here, and you can check it out if you want. Over here I have the board, so we have to open this Monopoly board. We will do it afterwards. Here, as you can see, I have tokens, or this is what we will be using so as to represent a player. So 4 tokens are be given, so max to max 4 players can play this game at once. Here we have the small houses which would be used to represent the levels, and here we have 2 dices. Over here there are cards, so we have 4 cards over here which would be representing the 4 credit cards for each of the player. Within the cards, at first we have these cards, as you can see, which have symbol this in the back. So these are called as the event cards or the Monopoly cards, and these are the property cards. We will just see in a short bit as to what these cards actually mean. And here we have the star of the show, the Ultimate Banking Unit. So let's open this up. Wow, this is really shiny. As you can see over here, this will be used so as to calculate all of the balances, and all the transactions would be shown over here. So in the back I have to put in 3 AAA batteries. So here I have with me 22 property cards. Now as you can see, the property cards are labeled from as a number from 1 to 22, and there are some of the color schemes which is provided. So every 2 or 3 cards have same color. Now these colors are just for us so as to distinguish among the cards and place them properly over here. So let's place the cards over in the deck. So now I have opened the board, and as you can see, wow, this looks really great. I have arranged the property cards over here, and as you can see, the property cards actually represent each property present over here on the board. So over here you can see there are numbers 1, 2 and 3 all the way up to 22. These 22 would represent the properties which are presented by each of the cards. Okay, so for the different cards I have over here the 4 credit cards which would be used each by 1 player, and over here I have with me the event cards. So let us place the event cards over here in the given deck space. Okay, so now these are the tokens which we would be using so as to represent a player. Let's open this up. Okay, so let's use this to a car and aeroplane. Okay, and over here I have with me houses. Now there are 22 houses, each one to be placed on a property, and I have with me 2 dices. Okay, so now I have placed 2 players over here. We can use as many as 4 players. Okay, so the player 1 is a car and player 2 is an aeroplane. The tokens are presented over here. Now for each of the player we will be using their respective credit cards. So as you can see over here in the below, we have the symbol for the same for the token. So this token would be used for the car one, and this token for the aeroplane. Okay, and this is the banking unit. So let's start the game. So I have actually put up the 3 AAA batteries in this. Now let's start it. Okay. Okay. So what we are going to do is, first we are going to register the number of players that we have to attach over here. So we have 2 players over here, so we will be placing both of these cards over here. We have to place it carefully because there is a barcode present in the back. Okay, so you have to place it over as in like this. So this is player number 1. So I'm placing it over here. Okay. So as you can see over here, the car is registered. And now I'm placing the second player. Okay. Now I'll be pressing this right arrow. Okay. So as you can see over here, I have 2 players. I've started the game and I have credited each of the player with 1500 as a starting amount. Okay. So I'll be placing this over here and we will be starting a game. So this is the dice. We just have to, it's a simple game. We have to roll the dice and we have to walk those number of steps over here. Okay. Alright. So now for the demonstration purpose, let us suppose that we have actually traversed 5. Okay. So player 1 would be moving 5 steps. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now, as you can see on the 5th spot, we have the number 3 property, which is the Angel Islington. Okay, so I'll be picking up that card. Okay, so this is the property. Now, the player is the first one so as to arrive over here. So the player has to purchase the property because the property is currently owned by the bank. Okay, so how we are going to make the purchase is, we'll be taking our banking unit. We will be placing the property card over here. Okay. And after that we will be placing the player card. So be careful as to how you are placing it. See, as you can see over here, so let us check our amount at first. As you can see over here, the 100 currency has been actually deducted from our account, and this property is now owned by the car, that is the player 1. So now over here, as we are seeing that there are rent levels. So it's quite simple. I mean, if I am landing on this property, I don't have to pay the rent because I actually own the property. So any other player, if he or she is landing on a property, then they will have to pay the rent for the same. So now, as the player 1, that is the car, owns this property, we are going to place over here the house. Okay. So let's take one house over here. Now the house would actually determine what is the current rent level. So when I place the property card, that is a property number 3 card over here, I can see the level of the rent is 1. Okay, so I'll be placing the house at the position number 1. Okay, now suppose during the game, if it actually disrupts, if the token actually moves somewhere over here, so what we can do is we can just check it by placing the card again over here. See, as you can see over here, the rent is still 1. Okay, so we are going to place it over here at the 1 position. Okay. Alright, so now let us place the crossbar. Okay. Now let us suppose as if the second player, that is the aeroplane, actually arrives on this position. So now the aeroplane would actually require to pay the rent to the car. As I know it sounds silly, but we have these tokens over here. Okay. So now how this is actually going to occur is, we have to place at first the property card over here. Okay. And after that, we will have to place the credit card of the aeroplane. So this is the barcode in the back. I'll be placing the credit card over here. Okay. So as you can see over here, for the level 1, we actually had the rent of 80. Okay, let's press the crossbar over here. Yeah. So for the level 1, we had the rent of 80. Okay, so 80 would be deducted from the player 2, that is the aeroplane, and the same amount of 80 would be credited to that of the car. Okay. And over here, as you can see, the level for the rent is actually increased to 2. So we will be increasing the house level from 1 to 2. Okay. Now this is a simple way as to how we are going to play the game. if the player is actually arriving over the property which is not currently owned by anyone, then the player needs to purchase the property. And if the player actually arrives in his or her own property, then all we have to do is just to increase the rent level. Suppose as if this car is actually traversing all the way throughout the board and again coming to the same location. So what we are going to do is we are just going to increase the rent level. So over here, as you can see, the currently rent level is 2 for the property. Now we are just going to increase the rent level. We are going to do this by placing the property card, and after that the owner's card. So as you can see over here, the rent level is actually increased. So enough with the property card. Now let's move on to some other cell. Okay, so in the front we have this location symbol over here. So now what the location symbol actually does is that if you are present on the location symbol, then what you have to do is you have to place you will have to pay what the amount currently is. Okay, I'll be pressing this middle button, which is the bank button, and I'll select the location symbol. So I have to move down. This is the location symbol, and here I'll be placing my own card. See, so as you can see over here, the 100 currency would actually be deducted from my account, but the location symbol actually gives you the benefit as to you can move to any of the cell that you want. So I can move from here to the first, second, third, or maybe fifth. So let us say that I actually move to the 4th position. Now this is the cell we have actually not discussed till yet. Okay, this cell would actually require the event card. So over here we have some of the event cards placed with us. If we are using any of the event card, then we have to place the event card back to the bottom. Okay, so now let's see what event card do we have over here. Okay, so this is the event card. So event card actually works as if like a stock or any change in the market that is going to occur. Okay, so there would be some sort of changes that would actually be brought up to the game. So over here what is written is that one of your properties gets a TV makeover. Okay, that is, we can actually tap this card and get our property rent jump to the level 5. Okay, so now as you would remember, we have just one property over here with us, that is the number 3 property. Okay, so let us check the current rent level. So currently we have the rent level of 3, that is the denomination of 240 would be required to be paid by any of the player if actually he or she lands on that property. Okay, so now we are going to place this benefit card over here, and after this we are going to place our property card. See, so now as you can see over here, we currently have the rent level of 5 and the denomination of 800. Okay, so if any of the player now lands on a property, then he or she will have to pay the level 5 rent. So this is the benefit that we got. Okay, now let us check the another of the event card. See, you just have to draw one of the event card, and then we have to place it in the bottom, or you can place it anywhere in the middle if you want. Okay, now let us say that we again encounter the same cell over here. So let us check the another card. Okay, so here we have the Rover's Revenge. Now this is really deadly, because this is actually going to make loss to your property. See, all of the cards over here are just representing some of the market values. Okay, so the market may be sometimes in favor of yours or it may be against. So what we have to do over here is simple. We have to just place this card over here, and after that we have to place a property card. So here as you can see over here, we currently have actually reduced our rent level to level 1 and the denomination to 80. So this is how we actually lost some of our rent values. Okay, so over here I have covered the property cell, the location cell, as well as the event cell. Okay, so now over here we have the jail cell. Now this is actually just a waiting cell. Okay, so if any of the player arrives over here he or she would just have to wait over here and nothing else. Okay, and we have over there a free parking which is same as that, so you just have to wait over here. And over here we have the go to jail. So the go to jail is actually the cell which makes you land directly into the jail. So this is how it works. See, if you are just randomly traversing from over here and you land on this cell, so you don't have to go to the jail. Okay, you would be going to the jail only if you are encountering this cell over here. Okay, so this cell is going to send you directly to the jail. So now the jail actually means that you just have to stay over there. If any of the other player lands on your property, then they don't have to pay the tax or the rent that we say. Suppose if this player actually owns this property, and if this player actually arrives over there, so he or she will not have to pay the rent to this property because the owner is currently in the jail. So this is how the game works. Okay, and if you want to get a release from a jail, so all you have to do is just to throw the dice and wish you get a double. The double means that you actually need to have the two numbers of the same value. Okay, so for example, you need to have both of the 5s, or maybe both of the 3s, or maybe both of the 2s. So if you are actually throwing the doubles over here, then only you can actually leave the jail, or you will have to pay 100 rupees fine. If you want to pay the fine when you are in the jail and you want to go out of the jail, so let us select this card. As you can see, currently over here we have 1420 in our account. So let us select the bank symbol. Let us go into the jail one and place our card over there. Okay, as you can see, 100 has been deducted from our account, and now we can move forward and out of the jail. Okay, another important thing is that if you are making a complete round over here, then you are going to pass the cell over here. Okay, now this pass, if you are passing the cell, so you can collect as many as 200 denomination salary into your own account. Okay, then we have to go to the bank. Okay, so the first symbol only we have that of the passing. Okay, so we are going to select that symbol, and after that we are going to place our own card. As you can see over here, the 200 has been credited to our account. So this is the simple working of the Monopoly game. Okay, the main important thing is that you have a banking unit and you should know how to use it, and the rest of the game is quite simple. It's quite enjoyable, and it is really a good game so as to play with friends. So another important thing is that if you are actually landing on some of the property, say for example I have landed on this property, that is a Whitechapel Road, and I don't have the denomination, or I don't want to purchase the property for the given denomination. So what I'm going to do is that I'll be placing an auction over here. Okay, so it's quite simple. We're just going to pick the property number 2 card from our card rack. Okay, we are going to place the property card, and we will be pressing the bank button. Okay, so over here we have the symbol for bidding. So if you want to get started of the bidding, so how the bidding work is that we initially start the bidding value by 20, and we just keep on increasing the 20 for every player that bids. Okay, so for example the player 2 wants to purchase the property, so I'll be starting the bidding over here. Okay, so the player 2 is currently now bidding the 20. Okay, this is the timer. Okay, some other player is actually telling that I'll be purchasing for 40. Another one says that I'll be purchasing for 60. Another one says that I'll be purchasing for 80. So now we can stop over here the timer, and we can see over here that some of the player has actually purchased the property for 18 currency. Okay, now this is the property number 2 is currently purchased by some of the player. Okay, and after that we have to just place the card of the owner, the person who has paid for the property. See, the 80 of the currency is actually deducted from player number 2. Okay, so this is how the Monopoly works. I have tried to cover every of the cell. Okay, so if you face any difficulty, or if you have any suggestions for me, please leave it down in the comments. Alright, so this is a simple working of how the game works. This is the main banking unit which is going to have all of your transactions so that you don't cheat. Alright, yeah, so this is a simple working. Hope you like our video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and share a comment with down the video, so as to let us know how you like the video. Okay, thanks for watching, and please subscribe for such great unboxing and review videos. Thank you.